already know what it is. The first ATAS of the new year. We in there. Swimwear. Going to the pool.
That was special.
So you already know it's your boy Ace of Cross Culture. Gotta let my co-host get in with the intro. Go ahead. Hit him off one time for the good time.
It's your boy Tipsy Japan back with another episode of ATAS across time and space. Baby, you don't understand. This is huge. This is amazing. This is episode 46 in 2023. All right. You understand? Do you see what happened right there? Do you see what happened right there? It takes double the trouble to expand your bubble. All right. This is getting big, man. This is it. This is, oh man, what was the hiatus? It was huge. All right. This is the rebirth, and this is the birth of the white rabbit rather than the black tiger. Last year it was the black tiger on January 8th. Now it's the white rabbit, and we getting rabid.
White
rabbit. All right,
yeah, all right. I see.
How you feeling, man?
How you feeling? Woo! I'm feeling better. Feeling better. You know, been going through some stuff, but you know, had to upgrade that audio experience. You know, man, while we're on that hiatus.
They know something's going on, man. It doesn't sound like how it did before. And you know, at the end of last year, I did that so I could hear your voice clearly. And now you did what you need to do so we can hear your voice clearly. This is amazing, man. This is beautiful. What happened? What had happened at the end of last year? Can you imagine? There's so much. There's so much. We need updates, but man, I thank you for the update that you put out there. You know, I just want to let all the listeners know I can understand what you was going through with this COVID thing now. All right. Before I didn't quite get it. I was getting vaccine. I was getting I was taking my mask and I was doing everything I was supposed to do like a good little soldier. All right. But now I understand it sucks.
Oh yeah. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. But
man,
I don't wish it on anybody. But
no, man.
We got through it. And that's the big thing. We got through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's done.
So we got the first couple comments of the new year too. Water Pulse Laser, and then both of them said early bird crew.
Right? Yeah, I want a sound effect for Water Pulse Laser.
The next one coming in with the heat. A sound effect.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah. Like I can hear that like Jamaican reggae sound effect now, man. Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, I mean, how did the end of last year wrap up for you? Because I was just like, I was under a rock trying to get through that catabasis.
Catabasis. Okay, we're using $3 words out here already.
300 yen.
Last year, 300 yen word. The wrap up of last year was crazy because I got COVID. I got COVID late November. Yeah. So I haven't been to church since. I was like, nah, I'm not trying to chance it again. You know, got a newborn in the house. I'm like, no. We all got sick in some form of another, at least once in the last 2 months of the year.
The whole clan?
Like at different times. So it wasn't just like, boom, everybody. That would have really been the worst possible scenario.
Okay.
We
could hold each other up.
All get over it, you know, and right now, recently, my wife got sick and she's still kind of feeling the effects of that. Which stinks. But
yeah.
We're all doing pretty well. Completed. No, not completed. I went into my 8th year of marriage on the 31st of December.
8 years?
So there's that. Yeah. 8 years. Yeah. So
8 years. Gee.
Yes.
Is good.
So at the end of this year, we'll be completing 8 years.
Yeah, I like how you like kind of planned that whole thing out. So just like the end of the year or at the beginning of the year. What? Wait, it's the last day of the year. Is the first day of your new year together, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
plan it out. The Booski planned it out. I was
Oh,
like,
well,
"Oh, when do you want to get married?" And she said, "The 31st of December this year." I was like, "Okay."
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
There
so
you
that
go.
was that. I was
Exactly 8
like,
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interestingly, we couldn't
spend
agree.
baby's first Christmas and all that good stuff.
We couldn't agree to another day. Like we both said November 22nd. Boom. Okay, done.
Really?
Okay. If it's not this November 22nd, how about April? Nah. How about March? Nah. How about June? Nah. Nope. November 22nd. We agreed, and that was the one. And that's, if it wasn't that, the whole world would have been in a COVID crisis. Y'all wouldn't have got here.
Yeah.
Some folks wouldn't have survived to see it happen if it wasn't that day.
Yeah, it was 2019. So it was just before, or well, actually, it was during.
1 month.
It was during because
recognized it.
Yeah, everything was happening in China at that time. We were in Japan. We were close to the action and not even knowing it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Black Tiger says that he got it because he had to go to China to get to Japan through China.
So, do you think that's what
and his
messed
voice
him
is all
up?
jacked?
Ooh,
he says it. He says it, but then it's like super contagious, right? And he wasn't wearing a mask.
Nobody else got it.
Yeah. So that part of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but so my year always wraps up for TPC Japan. The year always wraps up in a very exciting fashion. All right, because you got Halloween, All Saints Day, my birthday, 22nd, 29th, Niku Day, 25th, 24th, Eve's, New Year's Eve, and then Shogatsu, Maru Maru Batsu. All right, it's going back and forth. Like it's crazy.
Maru Maru Batsu.
Yeah, like it's just like on my calendar. I got calendars up here, but I got a new calendar over here. It's a mother calendar, right? Yeah, it's just like boom, 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 boom. You know, all right, nothing on that day. All right, that's done. Maru Batsu, right? Like, yeah, that's really literally how it looks. You can see the Batsus on this one.
Just barely. I mean, it's kind of far away.
I could do a move right now, but it would disconnect.
Nah, don't even worry about it.
Don't do that. Yeah, so that's how my year usually wraps up. And this year, you know, COVID was involved, spread it to the fan, unfortunately. But we got over it quick enough to make it back to Aichi, where she's from. And man, we had such a great time because I brought the Switch with me for the first time. And nieces and nephews getting old enough to play. And we got that Switch Sports. Yo, my little young one, man. Like she's gonna be my apprentice when it comes to golf because I felt like that guy. All right, teaching this kid. Like she learns so quick. All right, and then it's like hole in one, birdie. What's going on? Eagle. Yeah, like it was crazy. She's only like 5 years old. She never
giving you a run for your money.
Yo, it was great. It was great. And then we did karaoke. Yeah, man. Karaoke was huge. I'm glad I had my voice back. I'm glad my wife had a voice. I'm glad my father-in-law had a voice. I'm glad my second youngest nephew got on the mic and he was just like, he had to yell. I don't know why he thought that karaoke means you got to yeah. Like you're only 3 years old, kid. Calm down. It was crazy. It was crazy. That was great though. Man. I love. Yeah. I love spending time with the relatives here. You know, it's good. It's good. And last year, you know, as we wrap up last year, you know, had time to spend in CT, had time to spend in Aichi, had this time to spend in Makuhari. Like 2022, you know, it was a big year for family. And there's also a year of battling. So you had to fight for what fight for what's right. Fight for that family time and making that family time. And I'm glad that you guys were part of the battle. You got to see what was going on with me. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there at the very end, at the finish line, because I had to be with family on Christmas Day. So it wasn't gonna happen no other way. And then with the whole COVID and everything, but we back, and it's today is January 8th. It's the 8th, and it's exactly 2 months since my birthday. So I'm a happy camper, man. This is what 38 feels like. It's gonna be a good year. What's your resolution? Unless you have that as part of the plan, the plan, the notes for today. I know you said that you want to get some
resolution.
So good.
No.
Some so good techie in there.
Everything that is in the notes today is actually old and from last year when we originally planned to have this episode. As you heard, my co-host TPC, he did come down with COVID. And it was kind of a toss-up if we were going to have that last episode be an actual episode. So the ATAS update episode that is available right now on Spotify, if you follow. That one, I know that it went live on YouTube and it wasn't supposed to be that. So people who follow CXC, cross culture, they would have seen the title change. At first it was ATAS episode 46, and then there was a title, and then I didn't hear back from TPC Japan, so I just kind of threw something together real fast, and that's what happened. So
it came together.
The last of the year, wished everybody happy holidays. Yeah, it came together, but all the notes are old. I did not touch them because I didn't want to ruin the flow of the episode. But it is the new year, so we have to talk about these things. We have to.
We do. There was some important issues that you mentioned in there.
Resolution.
And y'all need to check out that last episode as well. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. We family here. This is good. All right. Check in with us. If you ain't got a scribed subscription yet, or scribd subscription yet, then check us out in the show notes. Check us out in the show notes, because look, you can use our referral code, and get like 2 months for free.
Look,
so what are you waiting for?
I don't get the referral code on there. I'm not going front.
Okay,
so I guess TPC, you got it in your descriptions, right? Yeah.
Yeah, can come over.
I haven't been copying your description, so yeah. Go over to his side. Right. Use his code. We've been talking about how we're going to celebrate the 50th episode, which is 4 episodes away. We want to provide some scribd subscription money, because we can't do it directly. We want to pay for at least 1 month of script, and we're still trying to figure out how that giveaway is going to happen. But we want to spread the idea of literacy any way that we can, because it is a good thing.
It is, but it is good.
Jumping back into resolutions. Nice meet your resolution.
I did.
My resolution is always to be better. I use myself as a benchmark, and I just say, okay, am I in a better position than I was last year? Physically, mentally, spiritually. I look at myself in all of these aspects of life. Do I want to read more? Yes. Do I want to be more active? Yes. And I don't want it to be as a resolution, because here in America, there's actually, in a few months, I think it's February or March, there's actually a holiday, a recognized day to give up on your resolutions.
Give up
That's
day?
how yes, it's like give up day or something like that. Resolutions day. Something weird and crazy like that. But that's just what it is. People say, oh yes, this is my resolution, and then 2 weeks later they're like, I'll do it again next year. So I found myself getting into that, and I just every year just try to be better, raise the mark just a little bit, even if it's just by a centimeter. Just do a little bit better. And that's just
now, how do you what's the benchmark though? Like how can you see clearly what better is?
So like I said, I use myself. It's like 1 year ago today. Where was I? Yes, I do journal. I try to keep a journal and do things like that so that I have some type of written. So it's not just like in my head, like, oh
yeah.
Not all the
mirror. Time. If there's no mirror,
but
I can't see myself. Like, to be honest, like I need a mirror or a camera. And this is my mirror right here. This is a 5-year.
Ooh.
And it's got one. every day, like 5 times, on different days of the year. So for example, so this is a YouTube exclusive, all right? You guys can't catch this on Spotify. Listen to us on YouTube over here in Cross Culture. But so this is 2020, and then down here 2021, 2022, and here it'll be 2023, and then 2024. All right, it's a 5-year. All right, and I mean, every morning I write my 3 grats and 3 steps, and so I can look back. I'm actually looking back at a year ago. What were the 3 things I had gratitude for? I know gratitudes aren't countable. No plurals for gratitudes, right? I hope not. And 3 steps.
I feel like it would be like all gratuity, but we usually bring that in with tips.
Yeah, my gratitude.
But I don't know if that's the only meaning for it.
Gratitudes, platitudes? No, gratitude. I think it comes from the same place that platitude does. Yeah. So in any case, I write my 3 things that I'm grateful for, my 3 grats, and 3 steps, and then I pray over those 3 steps. I say, I'm going to commit these 3 things to the Lord. Establish my path, make my way straight, if it be your will. And then go for it. Like that's basically how I run my thing. But it's like, all right, so what are 3 things that you're grateful for? If you just think about it in your head, then you're probably going to forget after that brief conversation with yourself. So I like to write it down and say, these are 3 things I'm grateful for. And then 3 steps that I'm going to take. I actually got to transfer that over to my other book. This is my daily planner, daily driver. I don't play, man. I've been using this bad boy right here since 2012.
Really?
Just before you got married. Yeah, 2012. And actually, it has in the bottom corner.
2012? That's 2 years before I got married.
Yeah, 2012 right there. So it's been 10 years, and that's in good condition, pretty good condition. But you just flip out, the information on the inside, and it's a daily planner, So, yeah, that's my daily driver. And if I don't have that, bro, I don't know if I'm getting any better at anything, to be honest. All right, it's just like you start going through the motions. But if you got it down, you look at it and you say, all right, this is what I'm going to do. Lord, help me do this thing. And at the end of the day, you go back and, all right, well, did I do it or not? And that's why I sent you and my dad, my treks. You know what are the treks?
The treks.
I write the trek. Yeah. Yes. I write the treks right in here. Hold on. Let me get real for you guys, because this is a special episode. This is episode 46. First one of the year. So I got to get things on track. All right. Right at the beginning of the year.
Jeez.
I got TRECS, right? All right, and then alpha beta.
Mhm.
Alpha is for accountability, and beta is for getting to bed at a
Okay.
better time.
8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, exactly. I need to get to bed by 11 at least. I mean, 7 to 9, really. 7 to 9, really. If I get 7, I'd be great. Man, I had
7 to 9?
3
hours of sleep. I was like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's how much you sleep.
Oh, no, that's yeah. That would be more sleep than I got last night.
That's a lot of sleep.
But I also like to keep track of where I've been and what I've received. So this is VSOP. This is my favorite omiyage in Japan. It's unagi pies. And this one has a little bit of brandy in it, and it's just unagi macadamia nuts, pies? Brandy, unagi powder. Yes. Amazing. Absolutely unagi amazing.
What's unagi?
Unagi is river eel, freshwater eel.
Okay, so I thought that maybe
eggs in the ocean. Yeah. Urchin, you were thinking?
I thought that maybe I was No. I thought eel, and I was like, no, there's no way. Just talking about walnuts and sweet stuff in a pie, powdered eel.
Macadamia nuts. Yes, trust me. It doesn't taste like fish or anything. You've had eel before? Unagi. Oh, no. That's why. Yo, it's
but I've had
grilled
eel sauce
with the sweet, that sweet eel sauce.
Eel sauce. Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah. So I can understand how it would pair. But eel sauce, contrary to popular belief, eel sauce does not have eel in it. It is vegetarian at the very least, and I'm pretty sure it's vegan. I did do some research because I went to a restaurant and I asked them, does your eel sauce have eel in it? And they're like, yes.
And then you asked them again, and it said no.
They just said yes, and I was like, oh. And then I researched it, found out it's just the topping.
Right. So
I put tonkatsu sauce doesn't have pig in it.
I guess it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I mean,
like katsu sauce. No.
This is my daily.
Yeah.
All right. This helps me to keep on top of those things. So what you looking like? Yo, that's what I'm saying. Bust it.
I mean, it's just a little one that my wife got me. It says goals.
Tell the people for Spotify.
Goals are dreams with deadlines. Goals are dreams with deadlines. So I'm gonna open up a blank page because I haven't used this one too much.
Is it a daily?
Few different journals. It is a daily.
Okay.
But this one is mostly geared towards physical health, but it has a lot of space to write a lot of stuff. So you see all of this is like,
look at that,
edged out, and then there's a bunch of free space over here, and then you put what inspires you down here. So it has a space for the date, so it's not a hard daily planner. So like if you miss a day, you can always just pick it back up. You know. Yeah. It says today I am grateful. You got 3 sentences to write what you're grateful for.
3 things to write
today is, and then gives you 3 lines. Yeah. One thing I appreciate about my strong body today is, and then it asks about your workout routine, food routines, and ask you to reflect on your mood. So it's way more than just physical health. And then it has a blank space, just lines, jot down what you were doing today or how you were feeling, that's your space. And then it has a small box in the bottom that inspires me. I know that I even put your name here once. It was something I was going through and I wrote that you inspired me. Let's see. This one I was using on and off. Yeah, so this was Yeah, I jumped from this one back to an old journal. So this was actually 6/26/2019. And I had wrote a bunch of stuff in there. So I was using it, but I was using it in conjunction with another journal. So I just decided to focus on one versus journaling in two different places. And right there, this inspires me. Boom, right there.
I want a full sentence next time. Oh, thank you.
I mean, I don't want it to be so much so that anybody can pick it up and read it, know exactly what I'm going through. But it's like once I look at it, I know, like, okay, this is exactly what I was going through. This is exactly what I was feeling. But I don't want somebody to just be able to. It's kind of like a journal, but I don't want anybody to be able to pick it up and read it and like type thing. You know? So I'll write in shorthand, things that I'm going through, or because I don't. There's some people out there, man.
Well, the thing is, who's
there? I don't want to fall into wrong. Get that thing everywhere.
After yourself, who is the person that you want to read it and understand it? After you, because you're not going to live forever.
After me?
This is a document.
I don't want anybody else to understand it, really.
Really?
Not really. I mean, that's my personal, like, I don't want anybody else to understand it. I feel like I could use that as inspiration for my parenting, for things in my marriage. I don't want somebody to just be able to thumb through and be like, oh, wow, he was going, because that can also bring a lot of negative emotions. Wow, he was going through this and he wasn't saying anything, or wow, he was, so I just rather it be between me and God. Like, and then the things that I choose to share, the things that and are shared. Then that's
are the things that are shared.
Do you write it in do you write your journals in such a way so that somebody else will be able to read them? And
my journals are bombshells. But it's all written in my handwriting, or it's written in Japanese / English. So if someone doesn't really know me well enough to be able to read my handwriting, then sorry, you're lost. Or if someone doesn't know Japanese, I mean, the things I choose to write in Japanese are a lot easier to read, I would say. I want you to know. I want you who's watching this in the future and now in the present and and in my past now. I want you to know what I was thinking. And I want you to take what you can from it if you can read it. All right. This is for a future generation. What I'm putting in here and what I say, I hope that it lasts long beyond me. We have a short time on this rock. 30,000 weeks? 30,000 weeks, was it? That's it.
30,000 weeks? Oh, like the average age?
Was it 30,000 weeks or 30,000 days? I think it was days, huh? The last time we talked about it, I think we agreed that it was days, which is like 80 years. 30,000. That's it. It's not much. It really isn't. But somebody said recently, we have a limited time on this rock, so leave some marks and go. If I'm the only one that can read my marks, then it's just like, well, my secrets die with me. And I just hope, I'd hope that my mistakes and my pain and my joy and the things that made me happy will be a light for others, that may decide to go down the same path or may avoid that path completely. Hey, but if you can't read the sign, it's like warning. You can't read it. That's too bad. you know, doomed to make the same mistakes. And I know it's going into this like spiritual element of, my resolution. One of my resolutions is around my mind, which in Japanese is seishin, right? And sei is like, it's rice, blue rice is a character for it, but it's like your mentality. But then shin is God, like kami, right? So you got this really mentality side, and you got the spiritual side, and the seishin in Japanese. Seishinmen, is the aspects or the facet, the spiritual mental facet, and they don't separate the two. But as we were talking about the other day, when we start thinking about spiritual element, like it should have this connection to other people, and it should come with the caveat and understanding that your spirituality should extend to the people around you. I think if I'm summarizing that correctly, like when you're not just in this world by yourself. When you start to think of the spirit of the community and the spirit of the people around you and the direction that things are going, then you start to influence that and be influenced that and realize the way that you're being influenced by that. Then you start to transcend out of this idea of just being a single person, and you're part of a larger community, be it the community of saints or the community of Switch players, right? So so one of my facets, the things to work on right there is like I got 4 facets, and one of them is that my mind, my learning mind, and my spiritual mind. And I want to move those both forward. So in order to do that, I'm focusing on certain adjectives that I like use these other like clarifying statements to define what that looks like, and then look at that on a weekly basis. Like say it like daily kind of thing, but then go back and look at it on a weekly basis. Am I planning around that? Is my weekly plan have something to do with this like spiritual idea that I'm saying that I want to be a part of and I want to build on? Or am I planning just around work related things? And work itself is another important facet. That's work, and it's finance. And I see finance as the advanced version of work, because now you're using your money to invest, using your money to
invest.
Yeah, I mean, like donate, using your money to, strengthen other causes, the causes of other people around you. And that's going back to like the spiritual element. So they're all interconnected, but I think that they're like 4 corners of like a square kind of thing. It's a solid shape. And one of those corners is this mind spiritual thing, mental. And another is work, finance. And another is personal. And what does personal look like for you? When you think of like the personal aspect, my person
is more. Well, I mean, it's kind of what we discussed earlier. I mean, for those listening at home or on the go, we did have a conversation offline, out of ATAS, because this is
fans only.
We talk outside of the podcast. Did talk about the aspect of community, and to me, community is realizing that there's more outside of your own self. So for me, I want to strengthen myself so that I can be better for the community, whether that be my family, whether that be my church, whether that be my job, so on and so forth. I don't want to be the weak link. And sometimes I have no choice to be the weak link. But if I'm the weakest link and I'm still made out of platinum, then I have no problem with that. The problem is when you rust and you refuse to advance and you are set in your ways. so much so that you are no longer good for the community and you fall away. And that's not to say that anybody who falls away, it's the fault of that one person. But at the same token, we gravitate towards communities that we want to be, and we gravitate towards people who we want to be like. So if you're strengthening your relationships, if you're strengthening your communities, if you're bringing something different to the table, just different type of thinking or a different play style. If you're in video games, you're looking up strategies on how to get through life, video games, parenting, what have you. It's learning, experimenting in your own life, and bringing something different, saying, hey, this worked for me, this didn't work for me, this is how I got over, you can do it too. That's the most important part of being a part community.
Okay. So I see that as that this like contribution. I'm hearing this contribution to the community and being solid enough as a self to be a contribution, as something that you aspire to. But when you get down to what is yourself, what is the self that you are looking to, reinforce or to have reinforced or to focus on? What is your direct circle of influence over just self? What is that referring to?
So how do I strengthen myself?
What is
to become
what is yourself?
The community.
What is yourself, and how do you strengthen that? Because for me, and I don't want to bias it. I don't want to bias it, so I want to say it.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to say it, but no, I want to say it. I want to say it later. Because I want to it makes sense. And I said it before the other day, but it's just like I was freestyling. Which we're doing now. But I was like, all right, when I think of just self and I take out this, it's like spiritual element has its own corner, right? It has its own like solid 90-degree angle that I can, focus on, horizontal and vertical, right? But when we take that over to personal, like the x-axis and the y-axis for me is health. All of that encompasses, which is like the food, exercise, the sleep, the discipline, that's like all health. And I know mental health is a little bit of that too. Like you can't really separate it completely, but when you say health and hobbies, because my hobbies are like my craft, and it's not necessarily my work, but it's the thing that my passion, the thing that I love to do. And it's great if work can be that, but it wasn't that in the first place. The thing that I will do regardless, when the wheels come off, the thing that I just feel so great when I'm doing, it could be, for example, bowling, that's like my hobby. Like when I'm doing that, it doesn't matter if nobody else is in the alley, bro. I was there on what was it, the 31st Eve? It was Christmas Eve. I was there, and I went on, I want to say the 4th. When I got back, it was like first time throwing, and it was just like, yes, with nobody else there. Bruh, I was just like in ecstasy, because like it feels, because when you're looking at that lane, you by yourself, right? And it's just you and the ball, and you can read the lane, and every shot that you throw is gonna change the lane just a little bit, okay? Because it's sucking up the oil. Your ball is sucking up the oil, and you got to wipe it off. You got to choose the right ball. You're looking at 10 pins down there, and it's like, okay, what's the best shot for this? What's the best ball for this? What's the best angle? How much strength should I put into it? Don't use your arms. You're so used to being about your arms, like, writing things and pointing at things, but it's not your arms. It's actually about consistency. You use your arms to stay consistent and bring your legs, the biggest muscles in your body. Use those muscles to move yourself downfield and move the ball downfield up to that line, and then just release with your arm close to your body. Don't open up your armpit. Close your waki. All right, close your armpit, and just slide it out there, and that ball is just gonna just slide and then do what it's supposed to do. When you get that strike or you get that spare, I mean, the strike is great.
I'm gonna tell you, this guy knows what he's talking about. He has gotten a perfect game in his life, so I believe, and I hear all the passion that's coming across. You know, for a while I was calling him Mr. 300 because that is a perfect game score. Yes.
I mean, if I could bowl more, I would. I got a bowling ball in this room, all right? It's right there, all right? And yeah, I was doing some switch bowling with my niece. Played switch bowling with my wife yesterday or the day before. Switch bowling is nice, bro. I'm not trying to switch subjects, but like you bowl against 16 other people and you bowl 3 frames and they drop down the lowest 8. They drop out the lowest 8 after the first 3 frames. And then you get 3 more frames and they drop out. It's like 8 people. So then only the top 5 remain. And then 3 more frames and only the top 3 remain. All right. And then you go into the 10th frame with only 3 people. And who's going to get their strikes? Yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, it feels really good. Like the ball isn't as heavy as it's supposed to be. Like, you know, you don't have to have your body in the right condition and all that good stuff. But it's nice. And this is what I talk about when I say personal. This is my personal focus is health and hobbies. All right. My passion is the things that I love to do. It's like a gift, you know. And the health is just like, you know, I got to take care of this body. You know, entropy is happening. Entropy, the law of entropy. Right? So like,
entropy,
yes.
Now I'm bugging.
Things move from organized to disorganized, from useful energy to unuseful energy, right? I've defined it. So yeah, I mean, like if we don't do something to get ourselves disciplined and to get focused on stuff, then yeah, we're just gonna fall apart. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Like it's you know, you ask Webster, he's from West Hartford. Yeah. Yeah. Ask Noah Webster.
The thing about it, you say, and it's entropy. Entropy. Yes.
Entropy.
So the thing is that
P
you say
is PY, not F, not PH, right?
Yeah. Hard P.
PY.
So
entropy. You know?
The thing about it is that you said mind is a terrible thing to waste. You know, how much or how many of us are letting our minds turn to mush? You know, the idea that you go on vacation from school and then you come back and it's just like, I forgot everything. Your brain is your most powerful muscle. You know, it controls all the other muscles, whether you think about it or not. You know, your lungs are constantly taking in air. You're not like, oh, I need to breathe every 15 seconds. If not, I'm going to die. No, we don't even think about it. But your brain is controlling all of that. So strengthen your mind, strengthen your brain, learn new things, keep doing these mental gymnastics because it will help in the long run. Now we're past out of time. I don't know. Saying,
we did a.
We're gonna be doing some of these.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be challenging.
He's got a banner thinking. Down.
We're gonna be coming up some of these things, but we want you guys to know that you're appreciated. Those who are listening online right now, those who are listening after we post on Spotify, definitely want you to know. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're coming up on episode 50, which is a huge milestone. We want to do something big for that. If you have suggestions, leave them in the comment section under the video, not in the live chat, in the actual comment section. Look, I'm going to start putting polls on Spotify because I found out I can do that. So I want to get some feedback directly from all of our listeners. We don't want to leave you guys out. But the best thing that you can do is reach us, reach out, have some type of interaction with us. Because what you guys are
the way that you guys interact with the show really informs, a lot of the decisions that we make. Better audio, more direct content, better choices of books. It was actually a listener that suggested the book that we're reading right now. So, it really does come down to that interaction. And we want to be close to you. We want to be close to the action. The issues that matter to y'all, that matter to us, we are connected. If you're going through anything like you feel like you're by yourself in this world and you don't really have somebody to check in with, you can check in with us. We're right here. Do it in the comment section, not in the
definitely
in the live thing. But hit us up. All right, that's what we're here for.
Like that private.
Right. The thing is, now,
so
are you gonna save my question as homework or something? Because you put the wrap up right there. Actually, what yourself is, which is like, I'll tell you about myself when I get on your channel, TPC Japan.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. Well,
Is that what?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do that next week.
That's what you're
gonna have to flip flop it, because I mean it's already almost an hour.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, we can definitely revisit that next week. First episode 46. Of the new year on TPC
will be 47 minutes long. It's 46 right now.
Yeah.
It's for y'all. I did it for y'all. I tried. I'm trying. I'm not. It's good to be back.
All right. So until next time, stay prayed up and be blessed. Why don't you hit them with the send off?
All right, folks, go ahead and get yourself a pen, a pad. If you haven't written down, cucumbers are for suckers, then write it down in your notepad or in your daily note. All right, hope I meet you. It's your boy TPC Japan telling you that that's what it is. Peace.